Journal entry number 2. I'm sorry for the delay and thank you for understanding. Well, let's get to it. I'm going to try to follow this structure of the guideline as well as I can. Okay. So, to point number 1 about my own learning reflection. Well, the first one is my planning process. For me it's really difficult to plan like in advance something because we never know what might come up in days or weeks or whatever. But I have three main goals in the second planning. The first one was that I want to develop my oral presentation skills and I must learn to speak slower and in a more organized manner. Well, in the task, I kind of achieved this goal like 50-50 because I was able to organize my speech in a better way, but I cannot speak slower, as you can realize now. For me, it's really difficult, even though, for example, now I'm relaxed in my house, I'm not in front of an audience, but it's really difficult for me. I have to work with that because next year is going to be fade off for me if I do this in my action research or a presentation. The second one was to improve my academic writing. That is one that is a goal for me in every unit because I really need to have the writing skills to, well, thinking of the action research as well. I must have the writing skills to achieve the proper level that action research demands. The third one was learn how to connect the content with our ELAB reality. Well, I think that I did that quite well. I In my task I have a really good connection between the content that we revise in class about the text we read, and of course the all other concepts that I needed to represent my task that I have been connected with my ELAB. Also, that my writing, the journal writing for Trepe and for ELAB as well, I have I kept in mind the task when I was writing it and when I was observing that is how I did the connection of the content with ELAB. About the commitments, well, I did commit to read every week. I think that I achieved that, even though for me it's difficult. Well, it's difficult for every one of us, but I did it. About the action points, I never took any action points. Some days I practice my speech in front of a mirror. Like something that some teachers and some classmates have suggested me to do in order to have my speech come out more naturally. And language progress for me is difficult to measure this progress because, well, I'm with myself like every day. It's when you have an is that is so little and you haven't seen it in a month and then you realize that it's grow that much. For me, it's having measure myself, my language process is that difficult because I don't know. It's an ongoing process, and well, I think that my task and my fluency in the task prove that I'm improving, but I don't know how to measure it. For me, it's difficult. And outcomes you propose. I didn't propose any outcomes, to be honest. Only like it's the same as my goals. I think that the outcomes that I proposed were my goals, and well, I kind of achieved it. I kind of not. Well, teacher reflection. The evidence of work first. I only have like my notes in the notebook and some things that I uploaded to WordPress that you request us to do. So now to the teacher reflection. Well, I found really interesting that we use the like the language in use and doing the clefting, the clauses. and and well, the name itself can change the purpose of this, because we can think that, oh well, that is only grammar, but making it language in use and making it, for example, in the first unit we make all these grammar rules focus on writing our essay. So in a way it's more meaningful, and in that way we can internalize it better. So of course I will, it's a good way, and I will probably thinking of just this kind of focus in when I'm going to teach in the future, because as I said before, it's a different purpose and it's more meaningful. About what we did in classes, well, I really remember, I'm really going to use this, well, the poster sessions that we did with the brown sheets, big sheets of paper, uh, and the spider map. That for me was really good, and for me it was better to organize myself, because I'm really bad on doing mind maps. So this one at the center, and all the important concepts on the side for me was an easy way. Also, yeah, the representation, the role plays, and the other one that I really liked, it was like the storyboard of the movie, but with the PPT slides. That was really helpful, because if we don't have, for example, a computer inside the classroom, we can do that with the kids to present their findings or their own presentations. So it's a good way to keep in mind if we don't have the resource of technology. And well, I think that is all. I don't want to get over the time. So thank you for listening, and I hope you're okay. Bye.